Hi, I'm Joey.T.Cartoon.P and you're watching Cartoon Palooza. Don't you notice that everybody loves a good crossover?
Seriously, what made the Avengers good was the fact that your favorite Marvel heroes are together to kick some ass. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? All your favorite Golden Age characters in one movie. Hell, part of what made Wreck-It Ralph so good was having your favorite arcade characters together in one movie.
So when you hear that your favorite cartoon characters are getting together for a half-an-hour special, well, that sounds pretty cool, right? Unless they were talk about not doing drugs. Then you get Cartoon All-Stars.
Cartoon All-Stars to the Rescue was financed by the Ronald McDonald House and produced by the Academy of Television of Arts and Sciences. It boasts that all your favorite Cartoon All-Stars are banding together, except for Mickey Mouse, The Simpsons, Uncle Scrooge, Heathcliff, the Care Bears, the Transformers, the Toxic Crusaders, Rambo, and 3/4 of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
But don't worry, we get everybody else! And Alf! Whatever the hell he is.
Then again, what would you expect when your PSA is being promoted by this creep?
So before I actually do the actual review, since this thing's gonna be only a half an hour anyways, I figured I'd do a mini review of the box art.
So we have an animated PSA starring our favorite cartoon characters telling us not to do drugs, and yet we got Theodore looking way too happy on this box art. On top of that, we see a lot of thumbs ups on this box. It makes me wonder what would happen if Garfield gave it a thumbs down. That is, if that's Garfield's arm anyways. Seriously, it's not connected to his body. Look!
So I guess the anti-drug PSA has got a bunch of stoners working on their box art.
So our short opens with... Yeah, we know we're off to a good start when sick children sing about how McDonald's is God. Then we go to the familiar time period of the early 90s where kids wear high tops, skinny jeans, and gaudy sunglasses. Yeah, this short is totally dated. We cut to a young girl's room where we learn that our favorite cartoon characters aren't even cartoon characters, but toys coming to life. Well, it's good to know that Pixar was ripping off a subpar TV special the whole time. Among other things. But that's a story for another time.
What's all this for? Either someone's conducting a major chemistry experiment, or this is a serious no-no.
Toto, something tells me we're not in cartoon territory anymore.
What are you talking about? You've never been in cartoon territory to begin with.
No more tabby paw pie for me before bedtime.
Or so I thought.
So our cartoon characters of inconsistent size run over to little Michael, who's been taking drugs to look cool in front of his friends, and a goofy-looking puff of smoke who has random skulls appearing over his face.
Yeah, that's it. Do it. Makes you forget all about your sister and her stupid piggy bank, doesn't it?
And to think I thought this was supposed to keep kids off of drugs. Hell, I want a piece of what he's smoking.
So eventually, if you're still watching this short, you'll notice a similar pattern. A well-known cartoon character shows up to tell little Michael that drugs are bad. Then they will show him an over-the-top example of what drugs will do, most likely scarring the intended audience's minds while they're at it. And then wakes up like he's had a bad trip.
So, basically, Michael has to take drugs in order to get these hallucinations to stop doing drugs.
That's like telling somebody that suicide can be stopped if you gave him a razor.
What's this? A joint?
I'm sorry, but hearing Bugs Bunny ask what a joint is, that's freaking poetry.
Cowabunga, dude! How did you ever get so totally cool?
Seriously? Michelangelo, the party dude, he's gonna tell Michael to stop doing drugs? What, did they only choose him because they got similar first names?
Yeah, nothing like taking life advice from a guy who lives in a sewer. What are you doing here? Community service, dude.
There's myriad wild and wonderful ways to say no. No thanks. No way.
Better learn a few and take 'em wherever you go.
No thanks, no sir.
Well, it isn't a product of the early 90s if it doesn't have a musical number in it. Wonder who wrote it.
What?
So if you're like me, wondering where my half an hour has gone, the short keeps going and we have a subplot where Michael's sister is falling under the impression that she should take drugs in order for her brother to like her.
see your future. My future?
So I'm gonna go out of a limb and I'm gonna assume what's gonna happen here. A cartoon character is gonna be in there. He's gonna tell Michael to stop doing drugs or something bad's gonna happen. He's gonna show an over-the-top exaggeration until Michael wakes up out of it and then goes on to the next one.
Oh, yes, I can see it all. Well, some of it.
It's me. This is my future?
It is if you don't get off those drugs.
Rinse, rather, and repeat.
How else do you think this would end? Little Michael and his sister kick off the puff of smoke.
I'll be back, and you can bet on it.
He's right, you know. He will try to come back.
And when he gets here, we'll be ready for him. Right, guys?
Right!
Of course, let's take a serious issue like drugs and make it into a comic book scenario with a villain who will come back like Dr. Claw.
I'll get you next time, Michael. You and your sister, too.
So after finally watching Cartoon All-Stars to the Rescue, you know, this thing that's supposed to get kids off of drugs, I can finally tell you how many drugs it took for all these creators to create this preachy bag of mess.
It's over 9,000!
Poop!
I think there can be only one group of people who'd want to check out this piece of crap for the sake of checking it out. And those would be the collectors of bad schlock like Manos the Hands of Fate. Specifically the guys who like animation. Seems like a rare find to have a half an hour short which features cartoon characters acting like major narcs. Otherwise it's just bad schlock. I wouldn't even say it's so bad it's good, because for me, it's just outright boring, lame, and...
Did I say it was bad already? Well, because I want to say it again. It's bad! I'm Joey.T.Cartoon.P, and I actually want to give a special thank you to Anti-Bio Shen for actually giving me the VHS to watch this and review it for him. Here's a link to his stuff. You see, I'm kind. I'm giving back to my community. I'm showing that I'm grateful for subjecting myself to this crap. So, here's that, and take care.